where we will be talking about everything related to wildlife and sinning things. And today's sin will be on the Dr. Binoc show. Y'all probably don't want me to do this, but it has to be done. I watched some of these videos last week, and ooh, they were ripe with sinning. So let's be starting. It would be approximately 42 to 50 feet, meaning it would be closer to 45 rather than 40. I missed something. Like, of course, it's meant to be a scale for food or humans, but even though a 1,000-kilogram snake was on it, it probably would not break, which I find very fat-phobic. And yeah, I'm not trying to be part of the fat acceptance group, but I'm also not trying to be mean to the fat acceptance group, but you'll need to chill out.
That they might use to grab hold of their prey.
These teeth were made to lock prey in their mouths and essentially wait for them to stop struggling while they wrapped around the poor creature. But let's not forget that those teeth were curved backwards to make sure that the only way the prey could go, even if it was still alive, was towards its throat and towards its stomach. There's no escape from a tiger, but a boa constrictor usually did not wait for the death of their prey. All it had to do was wait for it to stop struggling, and then it was mealtime. Respectful animation. This will be the most important sin of the video, because the human lineage began around 300,000 years ago, and the Titanoboa went extinct around 60 million years ago during the Paleogene, while we were in the late Neogene and early Quaternary. And this means that the Titanoboa and humans would not cross each other. Climate change would still fuck these poor creatures up. Today's current climate does not match the early Paleogene climate that was 61 million years ago. So unfortunately, it would probably be too cool for them even if the climate was changing to be warmer.
So there could be chances of them migrating to Florida,
which is his excuse for getting a species to the US. Sorry buddy, it's not gonna happen.
Humid for the most part of the year.
You know, except for the time in 2025 when we had a freaking blizzard in Louisiana, as well as a freaking snowstorm that extended all the way to Florida, and from South America, it would be very unlikely for them to migrate all the way to the freaking Florida Everglades. They're reptiles, not birds.
And the presence of alligators, one of Titanoboa's favorite snacks. Or they could have even moved to Asia due to it.
I call BS. First of all, how would they migrate to Asia across the frickin' Atlantic Ocean when South America is a world away? Even if they went to the Pacific, they would not be able to swim through a frickin' ocean.
Its warmer climate, so anyone going hunting and fishing in these areas was likely to come across the Titanoboa.
If the motherfucker is supposed to be scared, then why does he look happy to be in the snake's coils?
But there is a good side to it as well. Yes, these giant snakes could have helped maintain the ecological balance, but
while also being a likely invasive species and causing a bit of the overpopulation problem.
By eating animals like pigs, raccoons, and other creatures causing trouble due to overpopulation. But these are mere assumptions, as unfortunately, the Titanoboa went extinct millions of years ago due to climate change.
And here we are today, also experiencing climate change.
But the terror of other giant snakes still exists, as large pythons and...
But these were way more docile, and if you don't bother them, they won't bother you.
Anacondas still roam the earth. And do you want to know what would happen if an anaconda gets hold of humans?
No.
Well, for that, do watch our video. What if an anaconda swallows you?
No.
The link is in the description below. Trivia time! Did you know the name Titanoboa means Titanic?
Here I, ready or not?
That ever swam in the oceans.
What about Mosasaura?
That is none other than the megalodon that went extinct ages ago. So, in today's
Ages meaning 3.6 million years ago rather than 67.
episode, Let us bring them back and explore a jaw-dropping question.
Trust me, I've watched the Meg. You do not want to do that.
What if megalodon sharks never went extinct? Zoom in. Sharks have
Of abnormal acting sharks from 1916, as well as the extremely damaging movie Jaws. And I don't like Jaws for the impact it had on the environment. And if you have a negative impact on the environment, I am not watching or supporting that movie. Trust me, I've done a whole Wildlife Talk Thursday on Jaws. I'm telling you, don't believe what the Mariana Trench story is.
and look under the deepest ocean. Well, unfortunately, that's not true at all, as
For that, I am knocking off a sin.
in that case, we would have found at least one skeleton by now, or we could have at least seen their giant bite mark on other marine species.
Why are we animating injuries?
But we haven't found any evidence to confirm their presence apart from prehistoric teeth that explain their past. But for the sake of this video, let us see what would have happened if the megalodon never went extinct.
We all know how this is gonna go down, so I'm gonna add 7 more sins for everything he said during the segment. It's giving very The Lost World Jurassic Park, how a dinosaur, not dinosaur, is trying to eat a dog. And also, this is very inappropriate, because why is a giant shark holding a knife up to a dog? It's mixing Dr. Binox with The Lost World Jurassic Park. Also, welcome to fucking Jurassic World. We have a Moza. Get John Williams over here and play the fucking tunes.
To be continued.
Oh, flip off. You're not gonna tell me this is a movie. Of a movie.
Well, don't worry, Kitty. Next time we are on the beach, Granny will protect you.
Tinfoil hat session coming.
Well, luckily, there won't be any need for it, as it's just a fictional show and Mosasaurus are already extinct.
What if one pops out of nowhere?
There it is. Tinfoil hat session. What do you think this is?
Well, in that case, let us explore this hypothetical scenario by the late Cretaceous period.
Cretaceous period. It's supposed to be called the Cretaceous period, but this motherfucker wants to call it Crustaceous. You may notice that these lines are different, but I have the respect for this channel. Now that it has stopped the AI trend of turning every predatory creature running, trying to eat humans, and actually gave real facts. So for this, I'm knocking off a sin. But nowhere in its diet range seems to include dinosaurs.
And sometimes even smaller species of Mosasaurs that were no larger than dolphins.
If you notice, he says Mooseosaurus.
Saurus was still alive. It would continue to hold the top position in the food chain.
If this Mosasaurus escaped Jurassic World, this has to be an EAS tone. Welcome to the Marina Gym,
To evolve and
home of the sharks. We will gladly accept any non-predatory creature. Let's go.
become faster swimmers or develop better camouflage.
Or become part of the... It's actually rare for a predator species to drive a prey species into extinction, as there is a good chance that the genes of the species has already passed.
Consumers and keeping a large population.
That's racist. You know you're wrong for that. This is why you motherfuckers need to pick up your fucking trash.
Climate change and other human-induced environmental factors could have significant impact on its health and survival.
This is a very sad
But then-
story. Oh my gosh. Does that look like a fucking bird to you? This sin is for... This sin is for giving the Quetzalcoatlus dragon wings. Because this pterosaur would have likely hunted in inland environments. Many sources say that including plains that were semi-arid or acacia and savanna biomes, that means it would not be a fish hunter like the ospreys or the... I'm adding 2 sins for the disrespect for the dinosaurs. Well... I wonder what the thing in the start was about.
Pterosaurs would likely stick to wetlands and rivers, using their keen eyesight and long beaks to scan for fish and small animals.
I wonder what a previous sin was about. It would likely not cause a massive fucking down for the farmers, as most of them don't rely on fish as much anymore, while they used to. Unless there will be a Simon Masrani incident in which, oh no, they're going to Main Street, New York. Guys, I like how the land, sea, and sky trinity is, like, different. 2/3 different. The Tyrannosaurus would fuck humans up, the Mosasaurus would fuck humans up, but a Quetzalcoatlus would... So motherfucker, are we just gonna go around riding Quetzalcoatluses? So I guess Matt Storer was right.
Well, that's nuts. My favorite dinosaurs are Quetzalcoatlus, Dinosaurs, well, enormous Celadon, praying ancient Texas sort of prey they hunt just well evolved. More horrific megafauna, Dylan, you was never born. Take a tank of steroids and some bad giraffe and pentagon. Ate up the Cretaceous till the dragons laying active core. Say some caveman ancestors from swirling local when they sold. Quetzalcoatlus, it's a lizard, that's a play, bro. Quetzalcoatlus, let me sick one on the haters though. Quetzalcoatlus, extinction was my spirit animal.